Yeah, that's a tough swing. And the way it happened to play out as well was also tough, but they made something happen, and ball was put in play with a guy in scoring position. Obviously, we couldn't make that play, and that's, I mean, it's tough because you want to feel like, if you're going to win or lose the game, you want it to play out maybe in a more, but we're going to have to get over that and move forward. And it was a good tight series, and we got beat out there this series. But there's really nothing we can do about it. We got to look forward and move on and get ready for tomorrow and get ready to play.
When Trevor May came in, he was dominant, but because he had also pitched last night, how limited did you want to keep his usage today?
Yeah, sending Trevor up and down was definitely part of the conversation. So, he went out there, did a good job through yesterday. Coming back out here today and sending him out here, obviously came out, threw the heck out of it, and then having him sit around for a little while was something we wanted to avoid. I don't think that's really, the reason we win or lose the game. We're going to rely on every guy in our bullpen that has done it all year long in those big spots. We just have to go out there and execute a little better and make the plays.
Dan?
Hey, Rocco, how much did I think Kenta threw like 48 or 49 pitches in those fourth and fifth innings, third times coming up. How much did that kind of play into that decision right there to go to the bullpen?
Yeah, in the dugout, it was a fairly straightforward decision, and Kenta had to battle to get through, a couple of those innings. He was still really good. I mean, he threw the ball well. He got us into a good spot in the game, probably, through a couple of sliders or off-speed pitches that he would like to have back, but ultimately another good start from Kenta. But where he was with how hard he was working, just watching him go, felt like that was the right time to get him out. It did leave us with 4 innings to cover out of the pen. And again, our bullpen threw the ball fine. I mean, the way things played out, leadoff hitter gets on, eventually gets to second base and scores on an infield single, and that's a big moment in the game.
Well,
Rocco, when you were talking about the 7th inning, were you alluding to you guys could have played a little bit cleaner defense in that inning? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, I mean, just being able to make the plays. I mean, balls hit softly in the infield and basically splits, where our guys are playing is tough. I don't even know if there's anything we can really do about it. You want to be able to defend against everything. Ultimately probably would have taken a great play to make that play with Abreu, jailbreaking out of the box and getting a head start on the swing. I mean, Romo made a good pitch, gave us an opportunity to make the play. It's just a really tough play. We weren't able to make it. And, that is frustrating. I mean, there's no way around that. But also you look at it, is there something we could have done about it? I don't really know. I'm not really sure if that's the case or not. Ultimately we don't want to put ourselves in that position where it takes an infield hit to get the job done. And we also potentially can attack the hitter, before Abreu. He's also the guy you also don't want, to keep rolling those guys over and see those guys keep coming to the plate. There were a few things we probably could have executed better. It just didn't play out for us.
And did you think Kep had a chance to double up Dyson there?
Well, I mean, he made a pretty good play on it. The throw was just a hair off. There were just a few things that seemed just out of our reach, and at that part in the game, a few plays that kind of played out in that way, where we just could have executed maybe a little bit better. Not routine plays for sure, and again, it just wasn't our inning, and the way that played out, that's going to happen. It wasn't, it didn't feel like we went out there and simply didn't make good pitches or simply didn't make plays we definitely should have made. It was an inning that just played out where they were able to pull ahead, and it was a tight ball game. That's the difference in some of these ball games where we're going to have to bring it to them, and instead of hoping that things play out your way.
Betsy.
Hey Rocco, when you went out there in the sixth inning, was your hope that you had kind of diffused that situation, and what was kind of your take on the whole situation with Josh there?
Well, I just wanted to communicate with Dan, and I wasn't exactly sure what was being said, but I know Josh was frustrated with some things that happened throughout the game in different at-bats and some calls during the game. But yeah, I just wanted to go out there and make sure, one, we were all clear on what was going on, and I wanted to talk with Dan for a second. Dan's an easy guy to talk to behind the plate, so we chatted for a minute, and was hoping that was the end of it, but obviously it wasn't, and Josh's emotions got the best of him, and his frustration did get the best of him, and does he have gripes on some of those pitches? Yeah, but that's also part of baseball, and something that we all have to adjust to, both players and staff and everybody involved, and the umpires do too. They acknowledge those things too sometimes. So a tough moment, and like I said, we need Josh also on the field and out there playing and at third base. That's when we're at our best. And so that's really the end of it. I think we can move past it at this point, and go from here.
Time for one more. Allison?
It was a little bit more frustrating, Rocco, just when Donaldson's spot in the order came up. You guys were down by a run and you didn't have him in the eighth. Does that make this a little bit tougher?
We rely on all of our guys. So, we've been in many was where, we look to all of our players to get the job done. So, we expect whoever's in there to be able to get the job done. Was Josh's spot going to come around most likely in an important spot? Yeah, that was certainly the case. And we knew that was probably the case immediately after he left the ball game. So, frustration or emotion at that point doesn't really matter or affect us too much. We carry on, we keep playing and keep trying to, work hard and get the job done with whoever's available and out there.